The project car. By definition, a project car is a vehicle that you work on with the end goal of making it better, faster, or some combination of both. Enter the Satsuma AMP. The Satsuma AMP is the project car you, the player, are supposed to build in My Summer Car. Today, I will be attempting to build this hunk of junk in Permadeath. To start it off, I should explain what Permadeath is. Normally, if you don't have Permadeath on, you can die whenever, wherever, or however. But if you do have Permadeath on, then if you die, your save game is erased. Normally, I play without Permadeath on My Summer Car. However, that has changed today. Enough talking, let's get to work. I started it off by leaving Permadeath on and changing my mugshot to this photo. After that, I started the save. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip the starting cutscene, it's a bit awkward to say the least. Afterwards, I woke up in my room. The day is Monday. I have 3,000 marks to my name and that snow outside? Wait, does that mean the lake's frozen? Well, if it is, traveling to Tima's will be way shorter. Also, to be honest, I forgot to mention I added in the expanded winter features mod, my bad. Anywho, I walked outside to see my very own Satsuma, or at least the bare body. After bringing it over and putting it inside the garage to work on later, I wandered back into my house and into the kitchen to see a note on the fridge saying, "Don't be lazy, fix your dad's old car. Uncle's blue van can be loaned. Don't drink alcohol. We will come back when we get bored. Yours, Mom and Dad." After, I wandered around inside my house, noticing some presents underneath the Christmas tree. I got a postcard from Mom and Dad, some kill you supplies and money from Yoke, some booze, some coffee beans from Grandma, and some juice bottles with money from Uncle. Collecting these gifts, I started going out back, where the tractor is, and on my way there, I saw another gift from Uncle, it holding almost 1,000 more marks for me and some booze. After that, I threw my beer in the flatbed and took off to the lake, now testing my earlier theory. I was right. Anyways, after traveling a little bit, I came across the island with a small cabin and sauna on it. I then proceeded to loot that thing like it was Celta Towers, getting the bucket, camera, lantern, coffee mug, and some other stuff. Once leaving, I headed to town where I got groceries, some batteries and fuses, fluids for the car, and a battery and alternator belt. I also filled up the tractor with diesel. Once I made it home and sorted out everything, starting to brew kill you, I started building the chassis of the Satsuma. After a little bit, I ended up finishing up the chassis and noticed my fatigue bar was getting really high and I was starting to get tired. I went to sleep, moving on to Tuesday. Today, I have two primary goals. A. Get the wheels from the Haunted Mansion by Fleetaris and put new tires on them. And B. Start and hopefully finish building the engine. So after getting lost at the frozen lake for a little bit, I eventually came across the stream leading to Fleetaris and the Haunted Mansion nearby. I entered the mansion, a bit scared about the wasps, but then I realized, it's winter, no wasps are gonna be here. Regardless, I collected the wheels and started heading to Fleetaris. Once reaching Fleetaris, I set down the wheels I just got in his shop and put on some new road tires, as the ones you get for free all have absolutely horrible durability, leaving me with 1,038 marks. Soon, I headed home. Reaching home, I installed and bolted in the driver's seat so that I could soon get Uncle's van and eventually get it permanently if my Satsuma were to break down. When I get the Hyosco permanently, I can also start driving the Gifu, or the crab tanker, and get some much needed cash. Soon, I started working on the engine. Eventually finishing it and bolting it in. However, I did have a bug with one of the engine mounts not bolting to the engine, so I saved and reloaded, bolting the engine in its bay completely. Speaking of the engine bay, I also completed that too. Now I only need to really fill the engine with its needed fluids, tune it, build the exterior, interior, and wire the thing so it'll actually run. I ended up working for so long that I worked into Wednesday, ending off day 2. Alright, today I'm gonna finish the exterior and interior of the Satsuma. MHP here. I think while that's playing in the background, it would be a good time to explain how I got into My Summer Car. It started off one evening when I was scrolling through YouTube on my Xbox when I came across a video called Losing My Sanity in My Summer Car by a YouTuber named Ignis Jump. When I saw that video, I thought it looked cool by the thumbnail, so obviously I clicked on it. First impressions of the video, and I thought it was great. It got me hooked onto the game for about, like, 3 months, I'd say. On that day when I searched up My Summer Car in the Microsoft Store, however, it wasn't there. I was pretty sad, not gonna lie. However, some notable videos on My Summer Car that I've seen are Amlando's Losing My Mind in My Summer Car and his other videos on the game, Kurjala's My Summer Car videos, Yao's committing multiple crimes in My Summer Car video. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'll be honest. And as most of you have seen, martincitopants' many videos on The Drive in My Summer Car. What I'm saying is that My Summer Car YouTube videos have had a very big impact on me, in a good way of course. I think it's also notable to mention that around July of last year, my birthday had came around, and just about a month before that I'd gotten a laptop from a friend, and that laptop had an old i3 as the CPU. Yeah, when I got My Summer Car on my birthday, it didn't really perform all that well, I'll be completely honest. Yet it still performed, kind of. Anytime I would get in a vehicle and enter driving mode, my frames would drop to about like 20 FPS from 30 frames per second. Yeah, the game barely ran, even at the lowest settings. But now I actually have a decent CPU and GPU. The game doesn't really lag anymore, and it's insane how much a GPU helps frames per second in a games. Enough of the talking, I did the exterior and interior and filled up the jerry can at Timo's. Also, my fatigue bar is getting pretty high, I'm gonna go to bed. Today is the day that I got the Satsuma running. All I need to do is wire it and tune some more parts of the engine, and then I'll be done. To simply wire it, I must get the wiring mess and unbolt the headlights, grille, and the bolt closest to the radiator onto the starter. After doing these, I can start wiring the whole thing. The guide I used to wire my Satsuma is by Damensure on Steam. Thanks to him for making this really great guide. After wiring my Satsuma, I tried to start it. Whew. I didn't think that would work. After that, I tuned the carburetor a little bit, wandered back in my house. I honestly didn't know what to do at this point. I was sitting there, but then I was thinking, I'm pretty sure my kill u's done brewing. So I checked the bucket and yeah, it's done. So I sold it to Yoke. Of course, he wanted me to drink some, so I obliged. Yeah, I got pretty drunk. Anywho, on the way here, I saw a Firebird, so I towed it to Fleetars, making it home late and leaving the flatbed at Yoka's, ending off day 4. Well, that's the video, folks. I did it. I built the Satsuma in this goofy Finnish game, in Permadeath, by the way. If you want to see more content like this from me, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps me out and keeps me motivated to keep making stuff like this. Also, don't forget to comment. All links for songs will be in the description. Also, next time, expect less snow. Alright, I'm gonna go drink a beer and pet Maxwell now. Goodbye, have a nice day.